Hi everyone, happy Sunday. This is our second show of the year. Hey, this is Abdel again. If you haven't been watching our show or ABE or Yoruba, and we have Keen show for sure with us tonight as well. Hey Keen, how you doing?
I'm doing good, bro. How's it going, everyone? Welcome
Mm.
to the Free Thinkers.
Welcome to Pray Thinkers. Pray Thinkers. I was gonna ask you something last time. Recently. Have you been seeing that video about the Cameroonian president who was at the I think you were the African Leader Summit and was farting and didn't know what he was?
Is
Have
that
you
what,
seen?
is that what you saw him farting? Yeah, I think I saw that video this week.
I think we have the link in the description down there. So if you have time, please check it out. Check it out. Yeah, it was really ridiculous. It was
But
funny,
everybody farts though. So what's so special about him farting?
bro. Come on, that. Bro, you have to fart. You got to fart in at your own time, in your own look, in your own private bedroom.
You can't fart with a mic hot.
No, but you got to. You know what? This is a presidential fart. So I mean, I guess I guess there's some values to presidential fart.
That
But no,
fart that fart had an executive order
I want so bad. He's so bad because he goes.
because he got the YCC. So so I mean, but beyond the farting though, it seemed like he didn't really know what he was doing there.
He has
You
no
know,
clue. He said in the video, "I don't want to be here. Why am I here?" He said, "Are they famous people here?" He asked if they were famous people at the
so maybe we
U.S.
should give.
American and African Leaders Summit. Like to me, it was ridiculous. And his aide came to his rescue multiple times. Bring him what he needed to read. He couldn't read it. He was just flipping through paper. And the aide came back again. I don't know. The video doesn't show when he left the podium or if at any point he actually did say or anything. But the whole video on Adeola's YouTube, he didn't say a word. Besides farting and saying to his aide why he's here and all that, he was lost. I
Yeah.
felt bad. I felt bad because people were saying that he has dementia. I mean, I cannot. I don't think I can. I cannot diagnose. Or first of all, I'm not a physician. I'm a pharmacist. Like so, we can diagnose people, but I don't think anybody can diagnose him by just looking at the video. You
Well,
know,
I don't need to diagnose somebody to know something wrong.
bro. I mean, it might have been a multitude of things. You don't know what's
Some
going
something something was not right. Now, whether it was upstairs or just all around him, something was not right. I don't know what it was, but I mean, overall, I just give everybody a good context to the video. The Cameroon's president Paul Biya was at I believe it was the African Leadership Summit or some kind of
on. Yeah,
event,
African Leaders Summit.
and it was his time to speak, and they brought him on stage, and he didn't really know what he was doing there.
Not at all.
He wasn't sure why he was there. He wasn't sure why the people were on this, looking at him or what he was supposed to say or what he was supposed to do there. His aide kept on trying to assist him, as Abdel has mentioned, but he was, deliberate. Just he was
Didn't
just.
he say, didn't he say multiple times? He also said first of all he didn't even know if he can sit or stand to do whatever he was supposed to do there. He literally asked for that, right? Stand or sit.
In the
He
middle of
said,
all that, apparently he was farting multiple times, and the mic was
yeah.
picking up the sound of the the, the wet loogies coming out of his butt.
Don't
So
do that. Don't do that. That you have to put some respect on some presidential fart, man.
it was weird. It was weird. It was weird. And just to segue, not to focus too much on him before the Cameroonians come after us.
I mean, hey, listen,
we don't
hey,
want our
my,
friends. We
my
don't want our
Cameroonian
friends.
brothers, I love Cameroon. I have a lot of friends who are Cameroonian. I respect the country. I respect the people from there. I respect the leaders. But I mean, at some point, he's 89 years old. I think he's 89 years old. At some
I
point, we all
I
need to.
I I I, I consulted my good Cameroonian friend, and He thought it was ridiculous too.
I mean, at some point, you got to be able
The
to say
guy, he
this.
said the guy's been president since he was born, and this friend of mine is 41 years old, and he said most Cameroonians have only seen that one president. I think just to segue into that is like what's going on in Africa with these leaders, man. I mean we have older leaders around the world. I mean even President Biden,
Biden,
Trump,
exactly.
also
Trump.
presidents, but I mean our presidents are more or less as you mentioned when we're talking before the show are like kings. It's like they're
They
monarchs.
don't
They don't
want to go anywhere. They're
be,
monarchs.
and they want to pass it down democratically to their children. You know,
Well, see, that's the part. That's the part that is very difficult in Africa. No, bottom of the world, bottom of the world, the ridiculousness. Those people have been there for years, and then they want to leave and want to make sure their kid take over. And sometimes the kid are not qualified to take over. And this is the reason why most African countries are not moving forward. They're not developing. We're not necessarily having the right people in the right places. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't help out your kids or put your family member in the right places, but if you're putting your family member or any type of your member in a place, make sure at least they are qualified to be able to use that position. And that is one major issue we have in Africa. And I mean, at some point, we got to tell the old leaders to take a break.
but are you young leaders ready though?
I mean, me personally is a work in progress. I don't know if I'm ready to become anything. I know you have been trying to become. Sure, you are the Shure's protege. You can follow his post.
I'm neutral this season.
Oh, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I'm I'm a recovering activist. A
We're
recover.
talking about old president. Tinubu is young, right?
Hmm. How old is Tinubu? Because that one I hear is still in question. I mean, a lot of people online. I mean, officially, from what I hear, what we see online is 70. But there's some people who like say, man, that man, they say he's not even 70. I don't know.
But it doesn't matter. We have Biden who's 74, so Tinubu should be able to run. I mean, I think he.
He's running now. No one's
I
stopping
mean,
him.
I
No
mean, he
one's
should be
stopping.
able to
But
lead.
to the bigger note is like a lot of and just for anyone who's not aware, Tinubu is like one of the presidential candidates running, for election this election cycle, and the Nigerian elections are in February. And I mean, a lot of videos, or there's been a lot of gaffes on his part, a lot of things that calls into question, his capacity to lead a country, or his just overall health.
His
So
mental activity.
hey, I didn't want to say the word I didn't want to go there, man. But you found a fancy word. We'll say mental acuity. Yeah, that sounds very uh
Is a
I'd say
professional statement. Is this?
that's
I mean,
that's
people are questioning his mental activity.
that's a sexy
I'm
way to
not.
put it.
I mean, I'm not. I honestly think he can run. I personally have no issue with him. I think he's
I
a
think
good candidate.
I think anybody could run. If I was
No,
gonna
no, no,
pick,
no, 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 no. I'm saying I personally haven't seen much that can say that President Biden has gaps all the time, and he's still running America.
people call that to question too.
I mean, President, what's his name, Trump was worse, but people still like him. I don't have a problem with it.
It's
But to go
debatable.
back, one time to the
Worst
Cameroonian
to,
president,
worst to you, perfect to some people, man.
to go back to the Cameroonian president for one more time. The thing is, although I think yes, I'm in agreement. Our elderly president need to give chance to younger people who can lead the country in the right direction. Um, if you look at the way everything went in that video, is check the link out. I think the aides failed him too. The aid failed him. They should have prepared him before he got there.
What
Like
makes you think AIDS did not prepare him?
he had no clue what he was. He had no clue what he was doing. He literally said, "Why am I here?"
So
You
you think
cannot tell
he
me.
flew all the way from Cameroon and his aides didn't tell him where he was going?
Well, wherever he went, My point is, if the aide prior to the event, like
Flew
an
across the
hour before the
Atlantic.
event,
He
hold
flew
up.
across the Atlantic Ocean and didn't know, and got there, and then he asked. He got on until he waited till he got on stage,
My
and then
brother. And
then
that's
he
what
asked
I'm
somebody,
asking.
"What am I
That's what
doing
I'm
here?"
telling you. He traveled all the time. He might just thought he was going to relax somewhere. I don't know. My point is, he's eight an hour before the event. You
If
say,
you get to an age where you're
can
not
I
sure where
finish?
people are taking you,
Can I finish?
if you
He's
get to an
eight.
age,
Oh my God.
if you get to an age
Can I
where,
finish?
1 second, if you get to an age where you're not sure where people are taking you, you shouldn't be running any country.
Bro, I'll tell you for sure. I'm pretty sure President Biden, President Trump, they have teleprompter. They
But
prep them.
they know where they're going when people
And I
taking them.
finish. They prep them multiple times. Oh, we just left this meeting. You are meeting this person. Even young president, they prep them multiple times. This is an elderly president. His aide failed him. Again, you have to, what is your fault?
That aide tried to save him multiple times.
No,
He
that was
witnessed
already late. That was
that
already in
aide.
front of
That aide
so
was enduring
because
presidential
listen,
parts, trying to
let me
tell him.
finish. Let me finish. So that was already too late. That was already in front of the world. If they knew he couldn't do it, they wouldn't have brought him there. He wasn't trying to be there. There
I
is
mean, he's a
nothing new.
dictator. He's a
What?
dictator. If he's supposed to be somewhere, they just need to take him there.
No, no, that's not true. That is not true. He literally didn't want to be there. He didn't even know why he was there. So if the aides didn't prep him enough, he would have had an idea why he's there and what he's
What
going to
kind
do.
of president goes
Can
somewhere
I
without knowing where
can
he's
I
going?
finish? We already
What
we
kind of
already
president
agreed.
will not? That means the president he's not coherent enough to tell his aides, like, "Hey, you guys didn't prep me. Where are you taking me?"
But
He
hold up.
waits.
You hold up. I'm not disagreeing with you. We already agreed that he's elderly. He seemed very out of place on that in that video. So we already agreed that he shouldn't be elderly page president, elderly leaders should give chance to others, younger leaders to lead the country. We already agree on that. And it's not just Cameroon, it's multiple countries in Africa. So we already agree on that. But let's move past that and look at the failure on his cabinet, on the people who were surrounding him. If they knew he wasn't prepared, they shouldn't have brought him there at all. If they knew he didn't know what he was doing there, they shouldn't have brought him there in the first place. They should have kept him out.
I think senile is the word we're looking for here. I don't know where Cameroon's president is, but he ain't up there.
See, don't do that. Don't do that. You don't know that. He
He
was having a conversation. He was asking questions. And you know
Okay,
what?
okay. After he got on stage, right, and his aide came to him and said, "Hey, you had the leadership summit. This is the folder. This is what you're supposed to read. This is the speech." Why didn't he go up there and do it? He still sat there and just
Bro,
kept recording. They had to
have
come
you
to him multiple
ever
times, like, "Hey,
wait, 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 wait,
you're supposed to
wait,
present.
wait.
Everybody's waiting for you." And he just sat there, like, "Hey,"
Have you
again, like three
ever
times, like, "Hey, President Bia, Ogasa, you're supposed to talk. Everybody's waiting for you to say something. Here's the folder. Who are these people? Why am I here? Oh, I must be a celebrity. Please say something. Say something. I don't want to say anything." And you, and you're telling me this guy is Abdel. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. No politician in the United States would do any nonsense like that.
that is not true.
No
That
politician
is
in the United States would do any. No right thinking person will go on a stage and just be sitting there and they're telling him to go and present. If at most you just say, "Oh, my apologies, everyone." If he was sane, you say, "My apologies, everyone. Give me a few minutes. Can the next speaker go? Give me a few minutes. I need to attend to something." He could have just said that.
he so
He doesn't. He doesn't even have the coherency to say that.
bro, all I'm saying is his aid
He
failed
left
him.
Baba's body was just in US. His brain was left in Cameroon.
Bro, you're talking about a whole president. Put some respect on that dude's name. I don't
Respect.
agree with that.
People did start respecting themselves. That man did not respect himself.
You
He
need
was
to put some
respecting.
respect on the dude's
It was disrespectful to watch that video.
My
It
brother,
was,
I don't agree with you.
it was
He is
disrespectful.
the president of the whole
And
country.
and
Those are
and
presidential parts.
you
You need to
disrespect
put
the
some
whole
respect.
country and by default disrespecting Nigerians because we're right next door to them and disrespecting the whole continent. It was disrespectful to watch. I had to watch that before I went to bed last night. Very disrespectful. He disrespected my dreams with that performance he put on. I mean,
You know what? I disagree with you. You,
these presidents need to stop. And and to put it in context of Nigeria, I mean, we had a president that died and was allegedly dead for months. By some sources, was dead for months, and the country did not even know.
bro, we're not doing what you call these things. We're not doing hearsay on this show. Okay,
Hearsay,
if you don't have
hearsay.
any strong
His
evidence
family
to back
members
it
was
up,
running
we'll
the
bring it
country.
up.
His family members was. How would I know? Do I live in Aso Rock? But
Well,
this is the general. This is the general
I,
consensus. The family,
no,
that his
we're
family
not doing
members were
it.
running the
We
country
are
and they're
not doing. We are
sneaking
not
his
doing
body
it.
into the country. Okay, fine. How about our current president, uh,
Buhari,
President Muhammadu Buhari,
the
was
honorable
in
President
London
Muhammad
for
Buhari, put some
100
respect.
days.
Wait,
A,
put some
let me
respect on
talk.
his name.
I respond. He was in London for 100 days seeking medical treatment. Only God, I'm sure they gave that guy plenty of TPNs because he's super strong now. That guy, they gave him everything. They hit him with everything: pressors, Pepsid, TPN. That's strong. He gave him good and sure the max protein dose, and now he's looking better than he did before he got into office, which is great. I'm happy for him. But now, I mean, God help us. I don't know whether it's going to be Tinubu. I don't know whether it's going to be Atiku. I don't know whether it's going to be Peter Obi or
Peter
Shuwa
Obi.
Kwankwaso. All
Peter
these,
Obi is the love of Nigeria.
yeah, he's loved online. Everybody going to get a PVC. Love, 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 love,
Anyway,
love, love does not
Where's
turn.
Shuri? Hold up,
Love,
sidetrack. Where is Shuri?
Sure is there now. He's doing his thing.
I mean, are we voting for him this time or no?
Who is we? Are you not from Benin?
I
Danny, we.
mean, anyways, that's a different topic. We're gonna come back and talk about Nigerian politics at some later date. Uh,
Well, it's been a great. I think we should wrap it up here. If
I can hear you.
I said it's been a great video, I think we should wrap it up here. Any final comments?
So honestly, to go back to that video, it was very sad and disheartening to see that we have a head of state who seems not to be in the right state of mind uh, at the right place. Um, I would have preferred if his aides did a better job in preparing him and making sure that we
Can
don't
you
see
stop
him.
that? You don't know that. So you're just telling me I didn't know the president of Nigeria was dead for months. How do you know the AIDS did not? Let's not go back. Yeah, let's end this video because you're gonna keep extending the time. You do
You know
not
what
know
I'm
the
saying?
AIDS prepped
I'm
him.
just saying. I'm just saying that I'm hoping that
There's no
other
kind of
leaders.
aid you can give to a man like that. There's no kind of financial aid, mental aid, flashcards
Can
cannot
I
help
finish
them.
what I'm saying? Can I finish what I'm saying? You're cutting me off. You got issues. Anyways, I'm just hoping that other African leaders will see these instances and change their mind and make sure that they can leave the position when they're in the right mindset, when they're at the top, and allow younger people to take the lead and improve the countries in Africa as a whole.
My final thought would be that some of these leaders need renally dosed Cymbalta, renally dosed duloxetine. They don't just need meds for mental issues, but they need to make sure it's renally adjusted.
I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what your problem
That's my final thoughts. Thank you, everyone. Check out please like and subscribe if you found this video entertaining or informative. And then also check out the show notes in the description. The link to the said video we're talking about it's in there. And you go email us if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and also follow us on our personal Instagram and Twitter accounts.
Also, if you have a topic you like us to talk about, please send us a message so we can talk about it.
All right, everybody. Till next time, keep thinking freely.